I had that. Oh my god! I had that pushed earlier though. I saw that.
Securely mounted, no missing or broken parts. Wires are fitted properly. My belt has no more than a 1/2 inch of play. Has no cracks, cuts, or frays.
And that air conditioner compressor looks
We
good.
don't do that. Okay, just stick with me in what we're doing.
Right there.
Water pump is down here. Securely mounted, no missing or broken parts. It is gear driven. Hoses are fitted properly, and it appears not to be leaking. Okay? On this side, radiator reservoir, coolant reservoir, securely mounted, no missing or broken parts, filled to adequate level. Hoses are fitted properly, appears not to be leaking. Windshield washer reservoir, securely mounted, no missing or broken parts, filled to adequate level. Hoses are fitted properly, appears not to be leaking. I check all of my air lines, securely mounted, no missing or broken parts, and they appear not to be leaking. Check all of my wiring, securely mounted, no missing or broken parts, no cuts or frays that could cause a fire and put my vehicle out of service. My air compressor, securely mounted, no missing or broken parts, is gear driven. All the hoses are fitted properly, and it appears not to be leaking. My power steering pump out here on the end, securely mounted, no missing or broken parts. It's gear driven. The hoses are fitted properly and appear not to be leaking. This is where I add or fill oil by removing this cap. To check the oil, I would pull the dipstick. If it's between add and full, it is in the safe zone. I check my frame from front to back for any cracks, dents, illegal welds that would put my vehicle out of service. My power steering reservoir, securely mounted, no missing or broken parts, filled to adequate level. All the hoses are fitted properly, and it appears not to be leaking. My steering wheel shaft and knuckle, securely mounted, no missing or broken parts, no more than a 10-degree play. My steering gearbox, securely mounted, no missing or broken parts, nuts or bolts, hoses are fitted properly and appear not to be leaking. My spring hangers, front and rear, securely mounted, no missing or broken parts. My leaf springs, securely mounted, no missing, broken, shifted springs. My U-bolts, securely mounted, no missing nuts or shifted U-bolts. Shock absorber, securely mounted, top and bottom. It's not bent, cracked, or leaking. Pitman arm, securely mounted with a castle nut and Carter pin, or Carter key, whichever you want to say, in place. Drag link, securely mounted, no missing or broken, securely mounted to the steering knuckle, no missing or broken parts. castle nut and Carter key in place. Check my tie rods and tie rod ends. Securely mounted, no missing or broken parts. Okay, now we're going to go to the brake system. Excuse me. It was getting dry. Brake chamber and clamp. Securely mounted, no missing or broken parts. Airline is properly fitted and appears not to be leaking. The push rod coming out of the back and clevis securely mounted to the slack adjuster with a pin and Carter key. The slack adjuster is properly adjusted. Okay. S-cam housing is right here. Securely mounted, no missing or broken parts. And you're going to go inside. My brake shoes and brake pads. Securely mounted, no missing or broken parts. Brake pads can be no less than 1/4 inch thick. My brake drum, I would check for cracks, breaks, or holes. If there is a crack, it can be no larger than half the width of the friction surface. No bluing and no oil. I will check the inside and the outside of my rim for any dents, cracks, or illegal welds that would put the vehicle out of service. I would check the inside and outside of this tire for any cuts, bruises, or abrasions. I check the tread on the tire. Tread can be no less than 4/32. These tires cannot be recapped or regrooved. Should have at least 100 psi. I would check with the air pressure gauge. I would check my lug nuts for loose or missing lug nuts. If I see shiny threads or a rust trail, that would indicate a loose lug nut. I could tighten it with a lug wrench. I check my hub seal. Securely mounted. It appears not to be leaking. Okay. This way.
Let's start next one. Okay.
I check my door hinge.